So all of these cabinets I found at thrift stores.
Okay.
And this one I have clothes in all 3 drawers. I have some clothes in there as well as cooking stuff.
Yeah,
And
I can see that.
I'm not organized yet. Sooner or later I will be, but it takes me a while.
It'll happen.
This cabinet was found on the side of the road in a pile with a free sign on it, and that will be mounted up here at some point.
Okay. So you are going to put in some overhead cabinets.
Yeah,
and...
I will put walls in. The insulation I bought, it's from a company called Heatso, HEATSO.com. It came pre-cut for the ProMaster, so I didn't have to cut anything. And it comes with self-adhering on the back, so you just stick it up there. And that took maybe an hour to put in when I figured out where pieces went.
Did you put in this insulation yourself?
Yes, I did.
And
it's all pre-cut. I have, these are the panels for
see.
the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
And it comes with an adhesive back on it, so you just, once you figure out where it goes, it just sticks right up there.
Okay, so do you peel the back off?
Yeah, you peel this yellow off.
Okay.
And then it has the adhesive
Oh, that's
right on
interesting.
I have to get I have a Max Air fan still in the box that I'm going to have put in, and my solar is being put in on Thursday. So I didn't want to put anything up there yet because I didn't know where holes and things had to
You're
go.
working fast.
So, I mean, seriously, once I got the flooring in, I had 2 days to put everything else in to get on the road.
You did good. You did good. That's a big refrigerator that you have there.
That is a big refrigerator because I do plan on boondocking a lot.
And what is the brand?
It's a Vivor.
Vivor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on in.
And does it have a freezer too?
It is dual section, so I can do one. Right now, my bed is really high, so I can stack 2 tote things underneath it.
Oh yeah, you have a lot of storage
so I have
underneath.
tons of garage space under there. Problem is, I have trouble getting up into the bed, so I'm using my refrigerator as a step right now.
As a step to get into the bed. Okay.
But
and then,
I will figure something out at some point.
I love this.
It's a work in progress.
Your artwork.
Oh, that was in my condo.
That's
and
beautiful.
When I decided to go full time, put my condo on the market, and it sold within a week.
Wow.
And I had to get rid of everything, so I gave away so much stuff.
Yeah.
And thrift stores, and a friend that was in a bad situation, I gave her a lot of stuff.
Oh, bless
And
your heart.
she deserved it, you know.
Yeah.
So I felt good about that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's one of those things, you have to get to the mindset of, yeah, it'd be nice to sell it and get the money back, but the money's already spent. So,
exactly.
you know, and I had to get out. Because it sold so fast and the person buying it was paying cash, I had 2 weeks to get out.
Well, you do things quick.
I did a 5-day lease back so that I could stay in it for an extra 5 days. And in that 2 weeks and 5 days, I was able to clean out that whole condo.
Oh my goodness.
Because they didn't want anything. I had almost new furniture in there and everything, and they didn't want it.
Yeah.
And I said, oh well, so I just gave it away.
So how are you liking the ProMaster versus the conversion van that you previously had? I mean,
There's more room. I have more room in this than I did in my other van.
Okay.
So definitely liking that. The bed, I have a twin size bed, and I was going to have to cut it like 2 inches off of it when it was in my Ford. I just had it squished in, but in here it actually has room at both ends so that it's not touching the wall.
Yeah. And as
Sooner or
far
later, I'll do a
as
swivel seat.
how is the driving?
Driving, it's great. I've driven pickup trucks all my life.
Oh, okay.
I grew up on a farm, so it's like I've been pulling horse trailers since I got my license.
Because this is a really tall van.
So, yeah.
I mean, you've got a lot of headroom in here.
And I love the
You got this whole space up here after you get your ceiling and stuff. Are you planning on putting cabinets up there?
I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. Like I said, part of it, it's a work in progress. It's as I have time and as I have money. Mm-hmm. Because I live on my Social Security.
Yeah.
And that's not much.
It's a work in progress. But
for right now, I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with it.
Yeah. So tell me about this sink
Okay,
and your
this
kitchen and
This
your
is the
stove.
IKEA sink. I can't remember the Swedish name for it. I do not have the sink hooked up for water and for gray water because I didn't want to have to deal with a gray tank.
Right.
I do have a USB pump that I can put on like a 5-gallon bottle of water, but for the most part, I just use a basin in the sink.
And what some people do is put the gray tank and the freshwater tank underneath.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's something that you're
I
contemplating.
didn't want to deal with it right now. Might in the future. But for the most part, I set up a table outside and I do my wash up out there.
Yeah.
So it's just, but because it was windy, I've been cooking in here, and I have the 1-burner butane stove, which I love.
Yeah.
I have some small electric appliances for when I am plugged in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of battery power. I have a EcoFlow River 2. It's on the floor right now.
Oh, okay. What size is that?
I do not remember, but it's the EcoFlow River 2.
Yeah, it does look like one of the smaller ones,
And
like
it's-
maybe
yeah.
100.
Well,
Or
I had a bigger one, and it was able to run my refrigerator even in the hottest weather for 5 days.
Yeah.
Without
wow.
a problem. Yeah. Well, the problem was I had the solar put on the roof, and the guy said I could leave it plugged in to that unit all the time. It voided the warranty. It all of a sudden stopped working.
Oh no.
And so I have a $600 paperweight.
Uh-oh. Well, that's good information for somebody else to know that
Yeah.
might have the same
Well,
setup
I've not had a
that you
problem
had.
with the EcoFlow. I could leave that plugged into the solar
Oh.
all the time, and I've not had a problem.
Well,
But
that's
the
good
other
to know,
one
too.
I got to save money. I got a no-name brand, and I will not do that again.
Good information. Thank you for sharing that.
So,
And I see that you have your blackout curtains that you close off
yeah,
probably
right now
at
they're just
night when
pinned
you're
up, and I haven't
sleeping.
figured out how I'm gonna put them up better
Mm-hmm.
so that it looks nicer. But they're just pinned up there with T-pins right now. It works.
So, how long did you say that you've been doing the van life thing?
Since December 1st of last year.
Okay.
So yeah,
And what is the furthest?
I went out to Quartzsite.
Okay.
That was my first long trip.
Good for you.
And I went with Jan and the Butterflies. We
Awesome.
caravanned out there. It was a lot of fun.
And were you there for RTR?
Yep. I did the WRTR and the RTR, and then I stayed a little longer than the other ladies because I loved it.
Yeah. It is a nice place.
Yeah,
It's-
and that's when I had my solar put on. It's a 200-watt panel, and like I said, it will go back on this van on Thursday.
Now, do you plan to return to Quartzsite this year?
I plan to go back there. Right now, it's a matter of, okay, I'm in Florida for another week or two, and then I'll be heading to South Carolina to vote and doctor's appointments. And then I will slowly head out to Quartzsite.
Awesome.
So, and plan on being out there until, like I said, around the end of February, the beginning of March. And then I have to come back to Florida because I have a storage unit. And I need to start clearing that out. And if the stuff's been in there for a year, I don't need it.
Right.
And
Yep.
so I'll just donate it to the thrift stores.
There you go.
You know,
That's,
like I
that's
said, the money's been spent, so
always an option, and that is helping someone else as well. Speaking of Lacey, here she
this
is.
is Lacey Lu, and I adopted her about 6 months ago, and she loves to travel.
She does.
She
She's-
absolutely loves it. I mean, I've been at my brother's house for 2 months getting this all straightened out. And every time I would take her out for a walk, she would run over to the van.
she is adorable.
So she loves to travel. She hops right up in her bed on the seat and just looks around and goes to sleep.
She's enjoying the weather and
Yeah.
the shade right now.
Yeah.
Look at her.
But she's a sweetheart. Stubborn as all get out, but she keeps me on my toes. She gets me up. We walk 2 to 3 miles a day, which is good. So, yeah,
Yeah.
she has her moments.
Good for each other.
So,
I'm just going to take a walk around and let everybody check out everything about your van.
yeah.
You got a lot of clothes rack back there, or curtain to close off.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I love it. I really do. I'm very happy
Yeah,
with it.
I know that you are.
So it's a work in progress, and will probably be in progress for a long time, but
Hey,
it's mine. And
gives you something to do
I have a
and
roof over my head.
make it
You know,
yours.
I love it. I love this lifestyle. I was able to get off. I was on 6 medications. I'm down to 2.
Oh, good for you. Well, thank you again
You
for
know,
sharing your
it's just
van with
great.
us today. And thanks everybody for watching to the end of this van tour, and we'll see you down the road.
Bye-bye now.